Welcome to The Woman in the Work. I'm your host, Holly Lambrecht, and I'm really glad you're here. This podcast is about the relationship between the woman we're becoming and the work we're building in the world. Because behind every business, every dream, and every big decision, there's quieter work happening within us too. And here, we talk about both. I was up at 5:30 the other morning in my usual spot. My journal was open. I had coffee going, and I wasn't writing about my to-do list or anything I needed to get done. I was still sitting with something from the week before. That song in the mirror and the question of what I've missed out on. And a different question showed up on the page that I didn't really expect to come out at that time. Why am I still doing this alone? Not lonely exactly. That's not quite the word. I have my wife and my daughter, my friends, and this whole community around me. I am not isolated. But I sat there with my pen, just kind of hovering, because I realized that I've built this entire show on one voice, mine. 13 episodes of just me talking about what I've learned and what I've survived and what I've built. And I started wondering if that was actually serving anyone the way I wanted it to, or if at some point one voice starts to feel like a ceiling instead of a full invitation into the woman and the work. Because here's what I know for certain. I am not the only woman who's had to choose herself before she had any proof if it would work out. I'm not the only one who has sat in a bathroom or a car or a quiet kitchen and had some version of this exact reckoning of my life. I know women, real women in my life, who have lived their own version of this. Different circumstances, different timelines, but the same core moments. The one where you decide to heal instead of staying where you are. So why have I been acting like my story is the only one worth telling here? I think some of it is just fear, honestly, that if I bring someone else's voice into this, that I'm going to lose some of the control over what I've created. It's not just my story being shaped and shared anymore. It becomes something bigger, something that I don't fully control the outcome of. And control has been my whole thing for a really long time. We've talked about that all season here. The perfectionism, the bracing, and holding everything so tight because loosening your grip feels like danger. But I keep coming back to the mirror moment, to the song, and to the idea that we're not promised unlimited time to just get this exactly right. If I actually believe what I said last week, that we should stop waiting for permission to live the highest version and the biggest version of our lives, then I have to ask myself if I'm doing that here too, in this show, in the specific way that I've been building it. Because playing it safe by keeping it just mine, that's its own version of waiting. Waiting to feel ready. Waiting until it's more polished, more figured out, before I let anyone else's voice into it. I don't have a clean answer yet. I know that's not the most satisfying way to end an episode, but I think some questions need to sit for a minute before you're allowed to answer them too fast. So I'm going to sit on this one for a little longer. Why am I doing this alone? And whether that's actually protecting anything or just one more thing that I've been holding on to longer than I needed to. Thank you so much for this week, and I hope you have a beautiful one. We'll see you next time. Thank you for spending this time with me. Remember, the work you're doing in the world is always connected to the work happening within you. And here, we take care of both the woman and the work. I'll see you in the next one.